Well, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for getting going so late. No pregame show for tonight's action between the Winnipeg Avros and the Winnipeg Ice. The Avros, the second seed in the playoffs, or in the regular season, finishing as the second place team, while the defending champion Winnipeg Ice finished third overall. Both got through in 4 games through the quarterfinal round of the playoffs, as we are officially underway here from Seven Oaks Arena for this first game of this semi-final series between two Winnipeg squads that have battled each other before in this playoff round. Last time Winnipeg Ice faced the Winnipeg Avros in the playoffs, the Ice ended up, well, upsetting Winnipeg back in 2021. We'll check a bit later on in this broadcast if they played recently. Off the top of my head, I don't think so, but we'll confirm that. For both these teams, a bit of a different path to get through in 4 games in the first round. The Avros were up 2-0, then were up 2-1 after Westman survived in Game 3, but Winnipeg would go to Hartney, the Avros that is, to defeat the Westman Wildcats and ending their bid for what they were hoping would be a comeback. Hats off to Westman on a wonderful series played by them in the end, as this gets up to number 8, and Sophie Wasilewski plays that through the crease, but no one home on the Avros home ice here tonight. This is played up to Wozni. Wozni, her shot deflects off of a nice player's stick and into the end glass. This gets played up the right side, but nice pinch in by Cunningham, who goes off the side of the net with that shot. Rio Pierre, I believe that might be Wozni. Wozni along the wall. Shoveled that towards the point, but intercepted by the Winnipeg Ice. As the starting goaltenders for tonight's action, as we got a whistle. An offside on the play. Adriana Almeida for the Winnipeg Avros, and Bailey Grunwald in net for this Winnipeg Ice team. Your starting goalies brought to you by Goaltenders, your goalies' personal video review service. Sure to check out their website for more details at GordyTumlisonGoalies.ca. Apologies about the Wi-Fi here so far, everybody. A bit laggy, I can see that. We'll get that sorted out in just a moment. So all the way down that goes for an ice-in with 16-17 remaining here in this first period of action. Shots 1-0 in favor of the Avros, and they got it back in the offensive zone. Coming up, this first period of play brought to you by Ken Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, Winnipeg's premier sports cards and memorabilia store. Be sure to check them out at 995 Miltz-Eagle Drive, as well as checking out their website at cancentralsportscards.com. That off the stick of Chablik, played into the ice bench by Turner for the Avros. So face-off will be near the Avros zone, I believe, coming up. As one of the head referees pointing all the way, well, not all the way, but just outside the Avros zone for this face-off, as Cairns on the draw for the ice, loses this. The Avros play this up the left side. This is played onto the stick of Robin Clausen. Clausen on the backhand, does get that by with success to Haggard in the end, but Haggard has her pass in the slot intercepted by Cairns. Off the stick of Robbins onto Moisey's stick as Ford carries it in. Tries to get it through, but a nice block there by number 18 and Jenna Shortridge. As it's onto Sydney Haggard's stick. That low shot turned aside by the paddle of Bailey Grunwald. And into the end glass into the slot, but cut off right away by Avery Lazarenko, who was fantastic in that round 1 victory for this Winnipeg Ice squad. Had a hat trick in that huge 8-2 Game 3 victory. This held in at the line by Texier off the skate of Cunningham. She has this down low now. Has to maneuver past man going off the boards, but runs into some trouble along the wall. She runs into some ice forecheckers. So I believe that's Nicholas in there, along with Walker jumping up in the play, man covering for her at the point. As this gets down low to Nicholas. Now she's pinned up along the boards. Wozniacki in help. Nicholas back on it. Tips this up to Wozniacki, but couldn't get to number 8 as the Avros turn it up ice. It's kicked out to Dinez into the ice zone. That high shot blocker down by Grunwald. Texiera. Outlet pass to Nicholas. Nicholas is passed in the neutral zone. Intercepted by West. She spins around, fires it off the boards to Amy. Now onto the stick of Dinez as the Avros regroup. West in her own end, trying to spin away from Chablik. Chablik does a good job of staying with her. West went D to D. That now into the skate of Lavalian, turned over. Ice hold the line. Talia Jones on the backhand. She shields this puck. Blows a tire. No call coming on the play. Thought there could have been tripping, but the referee's letting this go. Now onto the stick of the record breaker Rio Pierre in the regular season, that is. Had that blocked up. Lavalier couldn't get to that loose puck as the ice possessed it again. Played up by Delacqui. That pass just squirts into the neutral zone as it was congested well by this Winnipeg Avros team. Pierre offside. Has to get onside. It was just a delay as the ice looked to take advantage, but that stretch pass up, unable to hit the intended ice target. But Cairns, nice job to ship this into the direction of Chablik. Tracks this down as Chablik along the wall. Fires this down low to Cairns. Cairns, short little pass to Carvalho. Carvalho now spins away. Up to Lazarenko. That shot unable to get through. Huge block by number 9 in Rio Pierre. That pass towards her, behind her, as Lavalley goes off for a change. Pierre stays on. It's across to Nolgren. Nolgren, nice toe drag move, but can't get by Lazarenko at the last moment. Here's a 3-on-1 developing. It's Sanu has to defend all on Boise. High shot over the net, leaving Alameda unchallenged. We still remain scoreless, but Cairns wheels back in. Little fake shot. Toe drag outside, off the post outside. We remain scoreless still, as this one, not a shot registered on net that time for this Winnipeg Ice team. Just noticed some lag a bit earlier in that sequence that we just saw. Apologies, folks. We hope you can see at least the good stuff in this game right now. It's down low to Wozniacki. Wozniacki, nice little cutback move. Tries to play it off the boards to teammate Nicholas. Almost does. Wozniacki in the battle, whacks away at it below the goal line. Nicholas trying to get loose. That pass from Delacqui just behind Chablik as it gets sent in by Claire Hudson. Ends up down low and onto the stick of Evie West. West chips this past Chablik, but has it cut off by Delacqui. This forecheck doing wonders for the ice so far. They haven't been able to capitalize yet, though, as Carvalho gets her stick on the stick of 16, and Leah Clausen is Speechley in for support now. Evie West in that area as well. Puck along the wall. The ice try to get it loose. They do. Carvalho goes D to D. That's Delacqui actually goes D to D to Hudson, who is turned aside by Adriana Almeida, who for Almeida, a fantastic season for her, a great start to these playoffs. 2-0 to start things off. So another face-off draw won by this Winnipeg Ice team. Over to Cairns down low. Shortridge, maybe better that she didn't bat that down. Could have been a high stick. Instead completes an outlet pass up and out to Pierre. That shot off the crossbar. That goes for number 9. So close to opening the scoring in this series. That's 2 posts now in this period. 1 for the Ice and now 1 for the Avros. Nolgren tries to feed that across. Now pickpocketed by Lavely. Plays that to the slot. Pierre on her knees. Plays that on net. Turned aside by Grunwald. Is now flipped out by the Ice. They survive this top line for the Ice. Turning it up a bit as no almost doesn't hold the line. And no. Doesn't end up to be for this Winnipeg Avros team. Thought first they would. And Eugene Kaminsky loves to play referee, putting the arm up when he feels there's an offside. And hey, I mean, credit on him. The refs call it. Are they influenced by Eugene? Maybe a conspiracy with the refs. Just kidding. All jokes aside, of course. Eugene just loves to play referee from the bench as coach. Sometimes is the Winnipeg Ice in the corner. They go to work in the Avro zone. As Wozniacki, that may be Robbins actually along the wall. I believe it's number 8. That loose to Nicholas. Oh, tries to slither away pass, but pickpocketed by Robin Clausen as Clausen spinorama behind the back pass up to Haggard. As Haggard now a nice toe drag to the net, but lost it at that last moment as Texiera. Good defense from number 2 to knock that away. This gets played back in to the Winnipeg Ice, and now Mann, the captain, first one on. It goes D to D to Hudson. Hudson cross ice successfully out of the zone to Wozniacki. Holding the line was Chablik. Gets it sent towards her, but out of her reach. She was covered up well. Both teams given up some chances off of the rush, but overall defending pretty well. As the Ice look to get the speed again. Now they look to gain the step. Carvalho, she's in on the left side. Tries to feed it back door, but no one home. As Chablik, the intended target, couldn't get it to her. This played all the way down into the Ice zone. Now out again. This picked up by Delacqui now. Stick Evie West. It went D to D up Shortridge. Now up to Lavely. Lavely down the left side. Drop back. Nolgren turned aside by Grunwald. Rebound there from Lavely. Couldn't put that away at the side of the net. As both goaltenders making some key stops here, even though there hasn't been much action for them. In this first period of play. All things considered, with how these two teams produce offense. The two highest scoring teams in the regular season going at it in this semifinal series, as this behind the net now being held up is a Winnipeg Ice player, just has her stick caught as Robbins going up against Turner, as Turner, strong long ball, plays this up to number 17 and Amy, who tried to shift her way up the wall but couldn't, was stopped up all the way back down. Robbins giving chase, but Shortridge too good, off the boards to Amy, but Speechley has that knocked away as she had it on her stick. Middle of the ice. It's Winnipeg Ice back in now, but it's the Avros who maintain possession. But the ice, a thorn in their side in the neutral zone as they get it right back in. Almeida forced to play that down low below the goal line as the Avros now play this all the way out, giving chase. Walker, first one on it for the Winnipeg Ice in there, and as she retrieves, breakout pass up. Texier and the defenseman just going to take it herself. Now kicks it out to Nicholas. Nicholas drops back, but has that intercepted as she tried to get the man. A good defensive play by the Avros on the back check. Good back pressure from both Winnipeg teams so far. Outlet pass up to Wozni. Now a little fanciness in her own and dangles through the middle, stays up the middle, skates now to the left in the zone, tried to dangle through the feet of Hudson, but had that turned aside as she was shut down on that one-on-one. Jones up to Chablik. Chablik whacks this out. West will be the first one on it, back in her own end. Shields this puck away from Carvalho, now goes up the boards. But Jones right there to intercept it. Carvalho now looking to gain a step, but West with a clutch last second swing at that puck. It's Carvalho. Her pass up towards Hudson can't go, is now Delicately. Her shot towards the net ends up blocked. Searching for it in her skates were the Winnipeg Avros, and picking it up will be Haggard. Haggard, nice little cutback move, but has this picked off the center of the ice as Carvalho sends this all the way down deep. Giving chase on it will be Chablik. Pins up West along the boards. West been out there for quite a while at this point. Held in at the point by Ota. That shot blocked. Heading towards the net, almost onto the stick of Cairns in the slot, but couldn't find a handle on it. The Avros send this all the way down into the ice's end, and that'll just be called for an icing. Giving us a stop it and play. 4:28 remaining in this first period of action. Draw ends up being won by the Ice. Now played D to D to Lazarenko. Tries to go into the slot, but Moisey covered up well. Moisey now gets a handle on it. Tried sending it on net, but blocked up by her teammate and Robbins. Robbins up to the point to Ota. Back to Robbins now. That shot tip scores! The defending champs get the first one in this All-Winnipeg series. Like so many times before in these playoffs, tipped in. This time by Kate Cairns. Breaks the ice for Winnipeg tonight. Oh, we hate you, you darn leg on that goal. Just watched it back on the other screen. It's a tip by Cairns. Redirected in off of a shot from the point. We'll get the assist in just a moment. So I do believe it was Ota who shot it. But Cairns, right place, right time to put it in. Great ability from the rookie. She's been dangerous all playoffs long. Gets rewarded. It's 1-0 for this Ice team. With 3:40 remaining in this first, that goal brought to you by Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia. Winnipeg's premier sports cards and memorabilia store, the Ice, back on the attack. Be intercepted by Lavalley. Can't play it up the boards though. Couldn't hear who got the assist because it's so loud in here from the Winnipeg Ice side. That goal coming later into this period. Shot 6-5 in favor of this Ice squad. So it'll be the Winnipeg Avros trying to break this in, but Pierre had that poked away momentarily. Now onto the stick of Delacqui. Her pass up. Can't get onto the stick of the intended target though, and Carvalho. The Ice look to pressure the Avros here, but the Avros able to break this out and send it all the way in deep. It'll be the Ice who get it. Down low, just out of the reach of Robbins, but she's able to get a handle on it afterwards. Pickpocketing number 4 from the puck in Speechley. As Lazarenko makes her way up, walking in, turned aside by Adriana Almeida. You're gonna stop it with 1:56 remaining. In this opening frame. This draw won by this Winnipeg Ice squad, but turned over right away. Haggard, her flip out of the zone off the board's unsuccessful, but Clausen makes it a successful breakout by skating it through the neutral zone and dump it all the way down into the Ice's end. The Avros look, you got something going here on the forecheck, but can't. The Ice able to work this out off the boards now onto the stick of Leah Clausen, who goes D to Evie West. Now off the stick of Robin Clausen. She gets it right back, but stripped away at the blue line by Texiera. She's now stripped away by Haggard as this gets sent in all the way into the Ice zone. As the Ice look to break out 200 feet again, up the left boards. Ice player loses her balance. That's Carvalho, no call on the play. So with 1 minute remaining here in this first period. Score 1-0 in favor of this Winnipeg Ice team. Through the lag and everything, we're still here. Both teams, plenty of hockey left to be played in this one, but can the Ice go up 2-0 at the end of this period? No, not for now. Anyways, Adriana Almeida flashes the leather and makes a glove save with 33.9 seconds left in this frame. 8-5. The Ice leading in the shots as Kay Cairns wins this draw but ends up turning it over, trying to get it down low to Gabby Robbins as the Avros work this D. Now up to Pierre. Pierre gets it sticked away, draws a penalty in the process as she tried to gain a step on the Ice defense. It'll send the Avros to the power play with 16.9 seconds remaining in this first period of action, our first power play of this matchup tonight. Brought to you by Penn Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia. This top unit for the Avros stacked as it's one up to West. West drags to the middle, now to Shortridge. That shot wide of the net. Now on Pierre's stick, tries to play it in front, but blocked up well by the Ice. Dumped out by Talia Jones, and with that, it's the Winnipeg Ice, the defending champs, starting off with a bang in this period. They end up leading 8-6 in the shot. Sure, they take a penalty in the end, but it's what's been a huge story this year. Their rookies contributing big time, and this time it's Kay Cairns who gets the first of the series, tipping it in past Almeida. A redirection, and we'll get you the full statistics coming up later on during this intermission But yeah, so far, I'd say the line that's gotten to going the most for the Avros has been Rio Pierre's line. Mainly Rio Pierre driving the bus so far here tonight. Love the way that Evie West has played. She's been logging a lot of minutes so far. But, for everything else that this Winnipeg Avros team is trying to do, this Winnipeg Ice team has had answers for it, clogging up the neutral zone well. Hard forecheck once they get into the Avros zone, and just pressure all game long, something the Ice have been really good at this season. We're going to not show you any highlights during this intermission. We're going to show you a promo screen, then we're going to hit you with the Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia commercial, and be back about a few minutes before the next period starts, maybe a little less than that, to just recap this period of action, let you know what's on the way this week on the network, as semifinals are officially underway, of course, tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to be in Niverville. More on that coming up later on, but it's the Ice who, just realizing I haven't even changed their score, on the PK to start things off next period, with about a minute 44 of PK time remaining. Can the Avros strike to tie this game up at one apiece, or will the Ice continue to stifle this Winnipeg Avros squad and extend their lead in the next period? Stay tuned to find out. This first period was brought to you by Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, Winnipeg's premier sports cards and memorabilia store. Should have visit their website at cancentralsportscards.com, as well as their only store location located here in Winnipeg, Manitoba at 995 Milton Drive. The Ice, defending champs, up 1-0 after 20 minutes. What type of answer do the Avros have? We'll find out coming up next.
Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia offers the widest selection of sports cards and signed memorabilia in the city. For dedicated casual and new collectors, Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia has everything a collector could ask for. Everything we sell is stored with care, and with help from our knowledgeable team, we'll help you find exactly what you're looking for. We carry Upper Deck hockey card brands like Series 1 and 2, the Cup, Ultimate, SPA, and plenty more. So what are you waiting for? Come down to Can Central Sports Cards and Memorabilia, Winnipeg's premier sports cards and memorabilia store.
And welcome back, MFHL fans, into MFHL Playoff Game Day. This edition on your home for MFHL Playoff Hockey on G-Show Productions on gshow.ca. So we fix our screen a bit here. And yeah, we may have to cut the stream at some point due to the lag we've been dealing with tonight. So just check back here on YouTube. We'll also try to make that announcement if we do end up cutting out as well. But what hasn't been having any problem so far is the Winnipeg Ice's game. They lead 1-0 after the first 20 minutes of play. 8-6 the shots in favor of the Ice, as it was a goal tipped home by Kay Cairns with 4:11 remaining in the period, assisted by Gabby Robbins and Sophie Ota. So it was Robbins who took the shot. As I take a look at our internet right now, not fantastic. Yes, there we go. We keep going here. But anyways, Kay Cairns, I mean, she was dangerous all series long in round number 1. Maybe the points weren't always there. But yeah, gets into the right place, right time, and during that first period to tip that goal home. And for this Winnipeg Avros team, a team that started off with more of the pressure, but as the period went along, Winnipeg, the Ice settled into their game and started to really work away, chip away on the forecheck, and made life difficult for the Avros in their end of the ice. Looks like, you know what, we are going to cut our stream for just a moment here. Well, we still have some time before this period starts coming up in the second, which will be brought to you by Terrico and Goaltenders. There's an MMJHL game on the other side as regular season in that league ends tonight. We're going to have some exciting news on our network regarding the playoffs coming up in the next few days. Most, I hope, tomorrow, but Thursday at the latest as playoff starts on Friday for that league. We're going to cut the stream for just a moment, everybody. We'll be back soon.